Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another weekly broadcast of my Wednesday Whispers. I hope you are all doing fantastic tonight. I have a ton of spirit with me tonight. I cannot wait to get rolling on this week's broadcast. I'm just gonna take a couple of minutes as usual, just to wait for a few more people to pop on before I get rolling with it. An announcement I could make. I am going to be in Kenora, Saskatchewan this upcoming Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for 3 days of private one on one sessions. All of these sessions are all sold out, but I'm very excited to be coming to Kenora. I am also returning back there again because it filled up so fast for another 2 days of private one on one sessions. And those sessions all sold out as well. So I'm very excited to be going to Kenora, like I said, in this upcoming weekend and again in April. There are some people who have contacted looking for availability, but it's all sold out. So if you do not want to miss me coming to Kenora next, it is really quick and easy. Fill out my Be the First to Know on my website, alisonswhisperingangels.com, and fill out that Be the First to Know, and you will be notified of when I'm coming next so you can get a spot. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here with me. Christine, hi. Deanna, Karen, Tamra, Lori, Johanna, Rox, hi. Kelly, Norma, hello. Uh, Cass, Bernice, Christine, hello, everybody. Dee Dee, Marianne, thank you for being here, everybody. Teresa, uh, my mother-in-law, Glenda, she is dog sitting for me, and she has my dog Katie. So she says Katie is watching tonight. That's super cute. Thank you so much, Mama. Cindy, hi. Thank you for being here with me. All right, everybody. I feel I definitely have enough to get rolling with tonight's Wednesday Whispers. As I said, I have tons of spirit with me. I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but I reflect before every private one-on-one session. I reflect before every Wednesday Whispers, and I almost always have things that come up that's being brought to me, 10, 15 minutes before my broadcast starts. And I just want to throw out there, the truth is I don't connect with cats very often. I really don't know why that is. I just don't. I have, but I have definitely connected with dogs a lot more than cats. But very interestingly, as I was reflecting before I went live, um, I had this cat that was really persistent. And so I just want to bring that forward first. And like I said, I don't connect with them often, but I had this beautiful cat, and this beautiful cat gave me the name, and it started with a T. Okay, um, so if I have any viewers here that are watching right now, that makes sense to. I think the cat's name is Toby. I'm not. It was a T name for sure. Okay, that's what I seen. Okay, the color of the cat. I, I believe this cat is of a like a light orange color. Okay, that's what was brought forward. So I just want to say that. If that makes sense to anyone, please message and bring that forward. And speaking of messaging, for any of you newcomers watching my broadcast tonight, if it happens to be your first time, I just want to quickly mention that if I am at all connecting with one of your loved ones that you feel is yours, please write me a comment. Okay, don't hesitate. Just do it. Okay, because if it turns out that it's not, that's okay. I will work through it. All right. So please comment as soon as you think that I am definitely connecting with your loved one. Okay. And if someone has already spoken for someone that I'm connected with, um, but you feel, you know what, darn it, that sounds like my loved one too. Please say something. Please. It is absolutely all right. It is important to me that it goes to the right person. Okay. So don't hold back. It's really important to me. All right. So with all that said, I will quit blabbering on and get rolling with tonight's broadcast. All right. Hi, Lorraine. Thank you for being here with me. And Barb, Melinda, hi. Glenda Foster, hello. Margaret and Barbara. Austin, good evening to you too. Thank you for being here with me, everybody. All right, like I said, I'm just going to take a few seconds. I'm going to put myself into that state of mind, and I am just going to get rolling. All right. All right, the very first loved one that I would love to bring forward is I have this, you know, I have this woman, okay, this female. The first thing she has chosen to show me is how strongly I can feel her personality. Huh, hopefully, she will show me some details of her appearance or something like that. But first off, I very much feel her personality. And her personality, she is so outgoing, okay? Very, I don't want to say outspoken, but um, definitely called it how it is, okay? Um, Very vibrant, very extremely sociable woman, okay? As I'm seeing her very clearly now, I need to say that this is definitely a lady who has passed as a senior, okay? I'm yet to know if, who exactly she's trying to connect with, if she's a mother or she's a grandmother, who she's exactly trying to connect with tonight. Okay. She shows me um, her body type, and I want to say that um, this was a bit of a bigger woman, bigger boned, if I can say it that way. Okay. She shows me that I see her face and her shoulders and stuff like that, and she was not petite. All right. She shows me her short gray hair. She has the most lovely smile. Okay. She has this. She shows me that she has quite almost bigger cheeks. When she smiles, she's got these bigger cheeks, and just her personality fills the room. Okay. Absolutely wonderful woman. Okay. And I asked her just now, you know, what happened? Give me some more definite information about yourself. And she has let me know that she passed in her 80s. Okay. Around the age of 84. Around that age is what she's trying to show me. Okay. Um, she shows me how much she enjoyed. mm, I think in her 80s, but yeah, yeah, I think so. Yeah. Okay. Um, I want to talk about how I can hear an organ playing. I need to say that. I hear. Um, Hi, Taylor. Hi, Melissa. Andrea. Hello. Thank you all. Tracy, Marla, Jennifer. Thank you all so much for being here with me tonight. Um, I hear an organ. I think an organ. I hear an organ. Okay, it sounds like an organ in a church. I can kind of hear that, that echoey sound to it for some reason. Okay, and I need to talk about now. For some reason, she's showing me um, what looks like red carpet in a church. Okay, this wonderful, wonderful lady. Okay, um, Margaret says, sounds like my Auntie Evelyn. Oh, that's wonderful, Margaret. All right, I will keep on rolling and you let me know. Okay. Margaret, I want to tell you that. Hi, Jamie. Thank you for being here. Um, so I'm just watching her things. You know, she played organ in the church for years. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Um, because thank you for saying that. I was trying to just to figure out why she was showing me what looks like a brown sign on a church wall that you would change the numbers of the songs being played that Sunday. If you know, I'm not sure exactly what to call that. When you think of her often. Oh, Margaret, absolutely. I'm going to keep on going. You let me know. Um, I see she was very, very, very well liked. She had many, many friends. Okay. Um, People were very drawn to her. Okay. And I need to tell you, Margaret, it's she opened up her purse and she's showing me some candies in clear wrapping for some reason. Okay. Um, she's kind of moved on from the church scene of and I'm seeing she showed me a deck of cards, okay, and tons of laughter, okay. Now she shows me a man, that there's a man with her, okay, and I feel the love and bond between the two of them. Um, Candies from the casino. Oh, that's perfect. All right, absolutely. Um, she showed those candies that you get that, Margaret. That's why she opened up her purse and showed me some candies. You betcha. Okay. Um, she shows me that she's with someone. She's with a man. Okay. And we used to play cards on Sundays after church. Absolutely. That would explain why she would show the deck of cards, kind of after the whole church. I was seeing the church scene. All right. Absolutely. This is definitely, I feel very strongly, Margaret, that this would be your beautiful auntie. Okay. Um, and it's interesting, Margaret. I need to tell you, she shows me you as a little girl for some reason. Okay. And she shows me what I would call a church dress. Like she puts you in this like I don't know how to explain this churchy pretty dress, okay? And she's just showing me how she has been watching you grow up your whole life. So this must be your aunt. You know what I mean? Your bloodline, because she's showing me like she has known you forever, and how beautiful you were. All right, and you were this cute little girl, and she very much shows that to me. Okay. But interestingly, she moved to Margaret. I hope you don't mind me saying this, but she shows me putting something. I don't know exactly why she shows me some band-aids on your knee. Okay. I was gonna say like maybe you were a bit accident prone. Maybe that's where she's going with that. I'm not 100% sure, but she put some bandages like band-aids on your knee. Okay, this little girl. All right. Um, but I just need to tell you that she is smiling, and right now I just heard her laughter, and it's beautiful. Okay, so you just need to know that you just need to know that she is doing fantastic, and she is so happy, and she's so free of pain and suffering. Okay, as I say that, I see towards the end of her life, there was some struggle. There was definitely some health problems. Okay, she shows that to me in the moment she passed. She went to heaven, and it was absolutely beautiful. And she is so at peace. Okay, she knows that you think of her often. You told me that. I read that. And she lets me know that she is definitely around you. She just showed me a clock, Margaret, and I want to say it's like a certain time of the day. Like you never miss, like, for an example, it could be 11:11 or something of that nature. And that I need to tell you, you are still accident prone. Sorry. Yeah, for sure. um, she shows me that a clock. She's trying to show you that she is with you. Okay. When you see the same time of day, reoccurring a lot. That's her way of letting you know that she's with you, whether that be 11:11 or what exactly number. She's showing me you see repeat numbers, okay, like on a clock, okay, and that's just her way of letting you know that she's right there with you. Yes, she had cancer, absolutely. Yeah. All right, Margaret. Well, please know that all her pains and sufferings are indeed all over. Okay. Thank you so much for giving me that beautiful opportunity to connect with her tonight. Thank you so much, Margaret. All right, the very next loved one that I'd love to bring forward is I have a male here. Okay. You are most welcome, Margaret. Um, I have a male here, and I can see a couple things about him. He has first chosen to show me he did not live a long life, unfortunately. His life was very quickly ended. Um, like an accident is really like he was here and then he wasn't. Okay, this was an accident. This was fast. This was quick. This was a vehicle accident. Okay, this male. Sometimes I get exact numbers in this situation. I don't, but I do see his lighter colored hair. Okay, it's either like a light brown, kind of dirty blonde, light brown hair. Light brown, I think. Okay, so we're light brown. Okay, um, this male. Hmm, I don't know why, but he all of a sudden showed me this great big bumblebee. I don't know where he's going with that. Okay, I don't know. Hmm. Why does he show me that? And now he moved on to like things that are yellow. He showed me a banana. He all of a sudden he shows me a yellow balloon. He's moved to what looks like a yellow sweater. Yes, a, a yellow sweater, and it has a little bit of a zipper. Like you'd still have to pull it over your head. Shows me a yellow sweater with a little bit of a zipper. Okay, a long sleeve sweater. Absolutely. Um, Something about he's trying to show me the color yellow. Hmm. Okay. For some reason, I don't know why. Um, Gale, yellow mines. Okay. Could be. I'm not sure. This young male, as I'm saying, as I read that, Gale, I need to say this male shows me. I'm asking him, how old are you? Um, what happened? Okay. That was weird. Um, Sorry, I had a little bit of. Oh, okay. Yellow means friends. Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know that, Gail. Thank you for letting me know. Sorry, I had a bit of a glitch here with my messages, but now it came in properly. Sorry about that, everybody. Um, this guy, he shows me he wore glasses. He had shorter hair, and he looks like to me 40-ish, maybe a little bit younger, somewhere in there. Okay, around the time that he passed. Okay. I've asked him how long has it been since you've been gone, and he writes me the number three, and I think he's trying to express to me 3 years. Okay, something of that nature. This, yeah, yeah. Okay. Again, now he shows me this car accident, and he's showing me things in the ditch, like this was out in the country or something like that. He just showed me the grass, and he showed me there's cows, and on this side, like there's things like as if he was on the highway, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, some type of car accident. All right. Um, it was so fast. It was so just yeah. And he keeps showing me yellow, yellow, yellow over and over again. He's trying to grab someone's attention that would understand something about the color yellow. Okay. Um, and he's trying to reach out to someone, and it's Shorty or something like that. He's trying to talk to somebody, Shorty or something of that nature. Okay. Um, yeah, he's trying to let me know that he's trying to connect with a loved one here, like a sister or a friend who's like a sister. Okay. Um, Gail says Shirley. Um, could be Gail. I'm really not sure. I didn't exactly hear that. Could be. Okay, I'm going to keep on rolling. Um, I need to talk about Gail when I read that. I need to talk about angels. Does angels mean anything in this? Like literally, like figurines of angels. Okay, angels, angels, angels. Okay. Um, this young man shows me having a real need to drive fast. Now, I don't have any idea if that has anything to do with the accident. No, I don't think so because it's like he enjoyed driving fast. He enjoyed like stunting and like driving, you know, driving in circles in an empty parking lot in the wintertime on the ice, that kind of thing. Stunting, basically. He's showing me stuff like that. And he shows me that now he moved on to what looks like dog tags, and I don't know why. He's really trying to grab someone's attention here with dog tags, camouflage, um, and something about. I see a Y. Just one second. Something about like the Yukon or something like that. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Um, hmm You betcha. Um, he wants me to let it be known how much you worry so much about what pain did he experience before his passing. Okay. Um, he wants me to make it very clear in this car accident that it just happened so fast and not to worry about that because now the moment that he passed he was just free of all of that. Okay, absolutely free of pain and suffering. And he loves to watch down on children. He loves to watch down on his kids, I think is where he's going with that. Okay. And I think there might be two children here. I think is what I'm seeing, but of his own possibly. Okay. And then there's nieces and nephews and stuff like that, and he loves to watch over each and every one of them. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. This, yeah. Um, and he's like, oh, Blondie. I was just about to move on, but he has mentioned that now. I'm about Blondie. Someone's a blonde here, Blondie. Yeah, absolutely. So just know that this wonderful, wonderful man, this young guy, is resting extremely peacefully. Okay, I need to say he's a bit of a prankster. Like he liked to joke, he liked to tease, and he's showing me now all these tools like mechanic, being a mechanic. Okay, all right. So yes, absolutely. But just know that he is doing very very well. Okay. Unfortunately, he was taken so fast, so sudden, but he's resting extremely peacefully. All right. Okay. All right. The next loved one that I'd love to bring forward is I have a gentleman here again. Um, this one is an older man. Okay. This older man has let me know. I can see his darker hair. It almost looks black to me. Okay. He is showing me that he was not a tall man. He was of average height, I'd say, by what he's showing me. I would say around 5, 5'8", 5'9", kind of thing. Um, Average, definitely not 6 feet. Okay. Interestingly, I don't think I've ever been shown that. He shows me a medical alert bracelet or necklace. I think it's a bracelet. Okay. I can see the medical alert, it's the symbol is red and it's on a silver plated um, on a silver plate. It's a medical alert. He's showing me that for some reason. Okay. I've asked him how come he is no longer here. Okay. And he lets me know that there was some heart issues here, congenital heart failure or heart attack, something of that nature. Okay, I'm very sorry to hear that, um, but he did. Yes, he did. Okay, um, he looks to me. How old was he? Um, mm, he looks to me like he's only in his 60s. Okay. He shows me that he is wearing glasses as well. All right. Um, I think he's trying extremely hard to connect with a daughter. I really, really do. I think that's where he's going with this. Um, the next thing he's chosen to show me is a great big pool for some reason, like in a backyard, a pool that you would put up and take down every year type of thing, a big round pool. Okay. Hi, Kim. Thank you for being here tonight with me. Hey. Austin Guido passed from a heart attack. He had darker hair, but he wasn't short, and he had reading glasses. Okay, um, Austin, it could be. I don't really know for sure yet. I will keep on rolling, and you let me know. It's interesting what you said about that he wasn't short because I would, yeah, I really think, like I said, this is of average height. Um, but I'll keep going. Um, I need to talk about a blue with white. It looks like blue with white polka dotted handkerchief. It looks like he'd like to put in his back pocket. Okay. And as I say that, he's putting something in his shirt pocket here. Okay. And it's like it clips on there like for glasses, I think is what he's showing me. Okay. Um, I need to talk about. He moves on to plain gold wedding band for some reason. He moves on to that next. That's something that I see often. The wedding band, and there could be 100 different reasons for that. I don't really know. He's just showing that to me. That could mean that, um, you know, um, I'm asking him why you're showing that to me because there's just so many reasons you could show that. Um, hmm. I think he's trying to express to me that he's waiting for his wife. I think that's where he's going with this. I think he's waiting for his wife. Okay. My grandpa always had those hankies, blue and red ones. Oh, okay, Janelle. Yeah, absolutely. Um, Hi, Donna. Thank you for being here. Okay. Yeah, those hankies for sure. And it's interesting as he aged how I do see quite a, a fragile, like how he got very much so not so his walking around wasn't he didn't have the strength definitely that when he in his younger day, he worked very, very hard. I need to say that. Um, and he just looks like his mobility. He had mobility, but he's walking a lot slower and stuff like that before his passing. And again, the heart. Okay. Um, this wonderful man, uh, he's he's such a big smile. Okay. I'm asking him for some more specifics, and Uh, Janelle, if you could let me know, I just want to ask you. He shows me a bottle of cough syrup, and I'm not too sure where he's going with that. If he's just trying to talk about that someone in your family is sick, or if he was, or what that is. But he's showing me a bottle of cough syrup. Okay, um, he's just trying to make this connection. Very, very much so trying. Okay. Um, he now shows me a brown casket, just meaning that he was laid to rest in a casket versus put in an urn. Okay, he shows me that as well. This wonderful, wonderful man. Um, Twice now, he has shown me what looks like grain. I think he was a grain farmer or something of that nature. He yes, yeah, showing me being a farmer. Okay. Mm. Okay, Janelle, your grandfather was cremated. Okay. No, this man very much laid to rest in a casket. All right. He very much showed that to me. Okay. He, yes, absolutely. Interestingly, he moves on to what would be grandma. Okay, as I said earlier, he shows his wedding band, and it's like he's waiting for grandma. He shows me how grandma is doing well, but the absolute love of his life. Okay, um, she seems to be doing quite well. Her health seems to be doing pretty good, you know. But he's just very patiently waiting for her that one day they will be reunited. And he's just patiently waiting for that. All right. That's so beautiful how he shows that to me. Okay. He now moved on and he showed me a great big Bible. And that's just his way of expressing that he is in heaven. It's just a symbolism that I get. I get a crucifix or an open Bible or praying hands sometimes, and that's just their way of expressing that they are exactly where you think they would be. They are in heaven. Okay, this wonderful man. All right. Um, I do want to say this. Yeah. Okay. Mm, yeah. Okay. All right. I am gonna have to move on to the next one. Good evening, Mike. Thank you for being here with me. Okay. All right. The next loved one, he might be Guido because he would have always have like tissues and stuff in his top pocket of his shirts, but I don't know of a polka dotted handkerchief. All right, Austin. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. The next loved one that I'd love to bring forward is again, I have this male, another male. He's trying really hard to connect, and Cindy Lou. Wow. Sounds much like my dad. Dark hair, shorter stature, reading glasses, handkerchief in pocket, grain farmer, and very coincidentally, I was looking at his medic bracelet this morning. Absolutely, Cindy. Yeah, absolutely. Because the medic the medic alert bracelet was um, that's interesting. That's really cool. How he showed that to me, and the point of that, Cindy, is that for you to know that he was with you, and he knows that you were just looking at this morning. He was giving you something so that you tonight, as you were listening to this, that you would know that would grab your attention as soon as I said. And that's why he showed me the medic alert bracelet. All right, that's absolutely beautiful. So please, like, just know that your dad is resting extremely peacefully, and just so you know, he has. I always talk about people how they have such a nice smile, and I just want to say your dad's smile in particular, it's extremely, extremely kind. He has a kind smile, and his eyes are so kind. And I believe that you know what I'm talking about. That how I explain that to you, that you'll get that. He comes across, he is so kind, Cindy. Really, what a beautiful man. What a beautiful influence you had in your life. Um, Thank you so much for taking the time to write that, and so I could give that wonderful, wonderful spirit to somebody. And I'm glad, that was your dad. Thank you so much, Cindy. All right. Um, yeah, he was definitely a gentle, kind man. You betcha. Yeah. I have another mail here, actually. Lots of mails again tonight. I have a mail here who I need to bring forward that. Sorry, I was just listening to him. He lets me know I can hear and I can see the word John. Okay, John, John, John. Okay, someone's John. I don't know if John is watching this or if his name is John. I think his name is John. Okay, now he has moved on to showing me his appearance. Actually, that's what he moved on to next. And unfortunately, well, I shouldn't say unfortunately. It's like he looks extremely thin. Okay. Now, I don't know yet if that was his sickness or if that's just how he was. Um, that was Guido's name, Austin says. Oh, interesting. Okay. Hi, Lynn. Nice to see you on too. Um, John, very thin. This is a very thin man. Like I said, I don't know if that was because of sickness or if he was always thin as an adult type of thing. Very thin man. Again, I would not call him. I would not call him tall by any means. Okay, Johnny. He lets me know Johnny. Okay, he was more referred to as Johnny than John. Okay. Um, the next thing he has chosen to show me is that he is enjoying an ice cold beer. Okay. And as interesting as I say an ice cold beer, he's showing me, um, okay, Austin. Yeah, for sure. He would have had a bigger build. No, this man is not a big man at all. Okay. Um, very much so on the thinner side, thin, frail almost. Okay, shows me he has brown hair. Shows me he's wearing glasses. He's showing me he's drinking a beer. But as I was saying about the beer, it wasn't always beer. He shows me that he enjoyed hard alcohol too. I don't know why, but he showed that to me. Okay, hard alcohol. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. He's smiling. He I can see evergreens. I need to say that next. He's showing me. I don't know. Oh, this is his yard. That's where he's going with this. I feel he lived out in the country somewhere. Okay, I can see evergreens, trees, stuff like that, just to show me that he would have spent most of his life, anyways, living on a farm. Okay. Uh, Next, he moved on to showing me that he was placed in an urn. He was cremated. Okay, he's showing me an urn, right? Um, to be honest, it looks a little bit more like a box than an urn. I'm just saying, like, I don't mean, I mean a nice wood box of some sort, okay, versus, like a urn, okay, is how it's looking to me, okay. And he's just repeating his name. He's like, Johnny, Johnny, okay. Um, he loved his family so much, he tells me, okay. And all of a sudden I can see this school bus for some reason. I see a great big school bus. Somebody's driving bus here. Somebody, I don't know. Yes. And I know, actually, you know how I said a great big school bus just because I meant like it was right in my face. But it's a short bus for some reason. Like it's not a long school bus, but it's a shorter school bus, interestingly enough. Okay. And I need to talk about, he shows me what feels like a memory. I was just watching him and seeing where he's going with this. I'm seeing like a trailer or a mobile home, something like that, coming down a gravel road. I need to say that. I think it's like, because the reason why I say a gravel road is because I can see the dust behind it. Okay, showing me like a trailer coming down a gravel road. All right, looks like a trailer. Yeah, I think so. Okay. This wonderful man, he wants me very much to let his family know that he is at complete peace. Okay? He shows me a Christmas tree, and he's showing me. Um, oh, that's where he's going with that. Okay, he's showing me that I think there was only one Christmas so far without him. So that's, giving me that idea of how long he's been gone. You've had one Christmas without him, I think is what he's trying to express to me. Okay, yeah, all right. Um, Tamara, Brad Toth, I think this is your dad. All right. I'm gonna just keep on rolling, Tamara. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. And next, he shows me something about a house. Johanna. Yes, I think it's his dad. Okay. Um, I need to move on to the next thing he's showing me is I don't know. It's interesting because he showed me this trailer coming down a gravel road, like a mobile home slash trailer, something like that. And now he's showing me a house that's like, oh, I want to say it's like red and white. Like there's like a red and white, red and white. I'm not sure what that's about too. It's an older home. Okay, red and white. Okay. He's very relaxed. I can tell that about his personality. He's just very relaxed, kind of person. He's enjoying his cold beer, you know. And all of a sudden, he puts his arms around what looks like his parents, like he's with his parents, and he's in such a good place. Okay. Um, he shows me that, how did he pass? I'm not 100% sure, but he shows me that alcohol was a big part of his life. Okay. Oh, hmm. He drew me a heart. I think, you know, that's what took him in the end, maybe a heart attack or something of that nature. I'm not sure, but he drew me a heart. That's usually what that means. All right. Um, so yes, Brad Toth. Sorry, I missed a bunch. All right, Brad. I don't really have the time to go back and say it all, Brad, but please go back and watch the broadcast. I was talking about John and a trailer going down a gravel road, um, like a mobile home being brought in, and there was dust, so I knew it was on a gravel road. and it was really interesting. And then I could see a house that had red and white. Okay, and I'm not too sure what that's about. And so yes, Brad, your Tamara and Johanna, think this is definitely your dad. Please, please go back and watch what I have said, and just know that this wonderful man is smiling. Okay. Real quick, he tells me that he has four children. He wrote me like this, and he went four. As I said, this is your dad. He says that he's got four of them. Okay, four children. He tells me. Okay, hope this is all making sense, and he has so much love for you, all of you, and he reminds me that especially the grandchildren. All right, so please know that, Brad. All right, thank you so much. I am going to have to move on to the next one. All right. All right. The next loved one I'd love to bring forward is I have this wonderful female. All right. Interestingly, the first thing that she has chosen to show me is that she enjoyed shopping. Okay, I need to start there. I don't know why that's what she picked to show me. This wonderful lady. Okay, I believe she's showing me that she's diabetic. Okay, this wonderful lady shows me having like I can't exactly address what took her because it was like a combination of some things. Okay. She shows me now. She's showing me her body type. Again, this female, she is not a small lady either. Um, she has darker hair, but I need to say her darker hair was when she was in her prime and feeling good. Okay, she shows me that. Going back to her health issues, it seems like there's more than one. She shows me she's diabetic. She's showing me there's having and I want to say that because she's like drinking and drinking and drinking water, 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 water. Like, and I think she's expressing to me like a diabetic issue here that she could never get enough water. Um, I don't know if that's symbolic or literal. All right, she shows me that like she's I don't know what this is that she's sweating lots. I don't know, like she's wiping her sweat. Okay, she's wiping her forehead, um, and she shows me some pills. She's showing me prescription pills that are like on a tray, and there's 5 6 different kinds at least. Okay, she shows me that she had heart issues as well. Okay, so that's why I'm saying it wasn't just one thing. I'm seeing like a bunch of numerous things all kind of rolled together. Okay, next she doesn't want to talk about that anymore, and she moved on to having many conversations on the telephone. Okay, I don't know why she went there, but she did. Many conversations on the telephone. Next, okay. Um, She shows me driving what looks to me like a bit of an older SUV. Okay, right. She's she's the type of person that called it exactly how it is. She's not um, definitely not shy in any way, shape, or form. But that doesn't mean that she wasn't a nice person. She's extremely blunt. I feel that about her. She's extremely blunt type of person, and but she's laughing about that. She's like, "Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was." And next, she moved on to a sewing machine. Okay, um, she enjoyed sewing. Okay, um, oh, excuse me, or you do. That could be it. Sorry about that. Either she does or you do. Okay. Brandy reminds me of my grandma Myrna. All right. Brandy, when I read that, I want to ask you if she smoked. Okay, because as soon as I was reading that, I got that feeling. If you could please let me know, okay, that if she was a smoker. Okay. Um, Next, she shows me enjoying watching those kind of half-hour television programs. Okay. Um, just asking her, well, which ones? I can see the TV is on in the living room. Yes, she did. All right. Because next she moved on to the television. The television is on, and those half an hour shows at same time every day, like Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, that kind of thing. And I'm seeing now the Big Wheel, Price is Right. Okay, enjoying watching television is what she's trying to get across to me. And all of a sudden, Brandy, she shows me old dolls. I don't know what that's about, but she did. Old dolls. Okay, I hope that means something to you because that's what she showed me next. All right, and I can smell. Thank you for telling me. I see the sewing machine, and I can smell cigarette smoke. Okay, she had loose. She had loose tobacco and would roll her own. She would have her TV on different TV shows. Yes, yeah. She made handmade dolls. Okay, you betcha. Yes, 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 absolutely. Um, yes, that's why she's showing me. I'm assuming, because I'm just going to be honest with you. She showed me these dolls that are naked, and I'm just being honest. And so I was wondering if, with the sewing, if she would make the dolls clothes. I'm just wondering about that because at first she was showing me that the dolls had no clothes on. Okay, these old dolls, and she also had an older sewing machine. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. The sewing machine is actually she showed it in quite great detail. Like it's brown, and when you flip it open, and then when and then you can close it, and then it almost looks like a flat table, but the sewing machine is underneath it. Okay, she did make their clothes as well. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you for explaining that to me. Because yes, totally explains why the dolls didn't have any clothes on at first when she when she was showing that to me. Oh, that's great. All right, your beautiful grandmother. Um, Next, Brandy, she moves on to what looks like homemade cookies with a glass of milk. Okay, I hope that's a memory for you, maybe. I don't know. She went there. And I could tell that they're homemade cookies, and then she puts a glass of milk beside them. Okay. Um, like I said, very outspoken kind of lady. You didn't have to guess if she was upset or not. You knew. Um, very to the point. Okay. She didn't sugarcoat things, and but yet very loving at the same time. Okay. Um, Now she moved on to, she did enjoy cooking, it looks like. Um, the sewing machine is explained to a T also. Absolutely, Brandy. Yeah, she showed it in very great detail. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for letting me know. Um, yeah, she very much she kept herself busy. I can definitely say that. She has such a loving heart for you. Sorry, just watching her. It's interesting. She was a huge baker and always had fresh cookies or pastries. Yeah, and owned the Kelsey Trail outside of Birch River. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Absolutely. Um, Very hardworking. That made all perfect sense. Kept herself extremely busy. Okay. Um, just know that, sorry, I'm trying to get that across, but at the same time, twice now, I need to talk about this real quick. I have to talk about this as well. She brings me to what looks like an old Christmas card. Okay. Hi, Nancy. Thank you for being here with me. Um, she shows me this old Christmas card. Okay, and I can see her handwriting. Okay, Brandy, I hope that makes sense to you. And now she showed me some really old Christmas decorations. It looks like a Christmas ornament that's been baked in the oven. I don't know how to explain that. These are I remember making these, but I have no idea how. You still have the birthday card. Oh, that's perfect, Brandy. Yes, yes, that's what she's showing, and I could see her handwriting. You betcha. She shows me this old Christmas decoration that you would bake in the oven, and then you could put a. It looks like that you made a picture frame. That somebody made a picture frame with a baked in the oven, and then you would put a picture behind it, and hang it on the Christmas tree. And it's hung with old ribbon. Okay, she shows that to me as well. That you have this or somebody has this. All right, um, you're a wonderful grandmother. She wants me to let you know how much she loves you. Okay, how much and she did say that, but she said and all of you. All of the family. She loves you all very very much. Okay, there was no favorites here, but she wants me to let you know how much she loves you, and she knows that Grandma is in your thoughts. Okay, she knows all about that. Okay, and that is why she brought up the birthday card. Okay, because she's around and she knows how much you remember her, think of her, and adore her. All right, Brandy. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to connect with her tonight. All right. So thank you so much. Okay. And thank you all so very much for being with me tonight on this week's Wednesday Whispers. It was an absolute pleasure and it was an honor. Um, Sorry, I was just reading. That is absolutely beautiful, Brandy. That is absolutely beautiful. And that is why she was here tonight, is because she knows, indeed, that you have been thinking about her so much. All right. You are most welcome. Okay. I'm always here if you need. So thank you all, everybody, for watching me tonight. It was a pleasure. It was an honor. I look forward to seeing you all again next Wednesday. Until then, everybody, be safe.